Hi everyone and welcome back to another Car Mechanic Simulator 2014. So last time we were dealing with a bugged vehicle and apparently there isn't any more after this, or at least I'm hoping not, at least that's what I've read. And I would like to actually get through as many cars as possible this video so that we can move on to the last part of the add-ons, which is the quarter mile add-on, I believe. So hopefully things go well this time and we can get through. I think it's the last 5 vehicles. So let's just get straight back into it. Mount complete suspension. I've bought used chassis with engine on an auction. Can you complete the suspension and mount wheels? Okay. It was a bit weird in the grammar, but whatever. So we need to mount wheels and fix the suspension. Wow, okay, there's a lot missing here. So what do we need to do? A tie rod, a front drive shaft, rear drive shaft. Looks like some brake discs, 2 sway bars. There has to be the drive axles as well, front and back. We also need the steering arms and 4 bushings. Right. I think that's everything I can think of. Okay, let's try and commit that to memory. Let's actually, can we get a discount? We can afford a discount. Yeah, we'll get a discount. And maybe some business management. There we go. So we need 4 of those. 2, 3, 4. That means we need at least 8 brake pads. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And calipers. 1, 2, 3, 4. We also need wheels. 1, 2, 3, 4. We also know we need the front and rear drive axles. Front drive shaft. Oh, drive shaft. Front. And we also know we need a rear one. Rear drive shaft. Let's put those in while we know. Because these ones are easy enough. Can we learn what that part is, or do we have to guess? I'm guessing it's like rear drive axle off-road or something like that. Rear drive axle. Is there like an off-road version? No? Is it the same? It might be the same. Well, I guess it's that one. Rear. You also need a front. Front. In goes the front. Oh good, it's the same. Now let's put the rear one in. So we're gonna need springs and shock absorbers as well. So 2 rear shock absorbers, 2 front, and 4 off-road shock absorbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 front springs. Or are they rears? I think. No, let's double check. Yeah, that can go in there. Oh, so no, it is definitely a front. We need another front. There we go. Then let's do the rear ones. I didn't empty out my inventory from last time, it looks like. But that's okay. Is that everything we had to do here? It looks like it. So we need 2 outer tie rods and 2 inner tie rods. 2 rubber brushings. 4 rubber brushings. No, bushings! Bushings! I did it again! I went back! It's bushings! 2 rubber bushings. 4 rubber bushings. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need 2 outer tie rods. 2 inner. What else? The steering arms, I think, are next. Does it need steering arms? I think it does. At least not for the back. Or am I wrong? The front? Or does it need steering arms? I can't remember. Is there anything old I can repair? No. I just thought I might have had something that I could reuse. This brake goes on. Brake pads. New calipers. Did I buy the wrong wheels? Oh wait, no. We need left, right sway bars. First, we need to do those first. I hope I bought the right wheels. Otherwise, we're in trouble. There we go. Sway bar links. Left and right. Well, we can do the tie rod. We can't seem to... Do I have to do that from underneath? Let's put this side on. Let's just do all the brake pads, actually. Get that inner and outer tie rod in. Let's move to the back. On goes the caliper. We could probably put the wheels on. Oh good, it is the correct wheels. Can do the back ones. So we have to do that from underneath, do we? Yes, we do. Oh, okay, that's a bit different from the other times. And then put the wheels on, I guess. And then the last wheel. How did we do? Yeah, we did it. Now let's empty out our inventory because it is really full. Oh, I bought 2 extra bushings. Yeah, let's just sell them. And it's repaired. So what's next? Repair and replace damaged parts. I was driving home at night and suddenly lights started to malfunction. It was really late, so I didn't stop and drove into a big bump. Now something is making a noise in my suspension. Okay. So they have an electrical problem by the sounds of it. Yeah, their alternator. And their pulley. That's 89. 79. That's 75. That pulley is probably, yeah, 20%. Let's check the alternator. 20% on the alternator as well. The suspension there looks a bit rough too. Did it affect the back as well? That doesn't look as bad as the front ones. Maybe we should chuck this on the diagnostic path. We just took it apart. I'm sure we could figure it out. It was on the right side only. How about this wheel? Yeah, that wheel is gone. So we need to replace that too. Get to the suspension. So we need to get the sway bar off. We need to get these tie rods out as well. And the steering arm on the bottom. How's that spring? 89. That is fine. What about the suspension? Yeah, we need to replace the shock absorber. B front right. Let's also check the back. Yeah, the back is ruined as well. So these are Vulcan family wheels. Now we need to get access to those underneath. That bushing looks like it needs to be replaced. What about over here? Maybe that one as well. So let's get them out. That bushing is gone. 13%. Steering arm is also 13%. Inspect that. Oh, that one is 12%. Okay, so we have to take the muffler off to get to that. %. Good thing we took that out then. What about the spring? 80%. That's fine. Let's repair this steering arm and the alternator. Actually, let's just get the parts. Gotta know which parts we need. So we need an alternator. We also need a pulley. Idler pulley. An inner tie rod. And we also need an outer one. Is that it? No, that's the wheels. We need 2 rubber bushings. Front, right, B. Is this one it? Yeah, front right. We also need a shock absorber rear. I think the sway bar links was fine, and we need 2 of these tires. I believe that was it. The springs were fine. So let's put those back in. New bushing. The old suspension arm. Put the muffler back on. We have to do anything from here? Yes, we did. We had to put the suspension arm back in. And the bushing. Let's bring it down and put the tie rods in. And the new suspension back on. There we go. Brand new suspension for them. Oh, we did need a sway bar link. Okay, the right one. We need a sway bar right. There we go. Nice and easy. Come on. There we go. Put their new wheel on. And their back wheel. Put their repaired alternator on. We had another one. Did I buy it? I think I bought it. My bad. On autopilot. Put the tensioner back in as well. And I think that should be repaired. Yes. So let's clear the inventory. Oh well. I keep buying extra stuff. And then it's repaired. Repair and replace worn out parts. Last time I was driving off-road, I noticed that something is wrong with my suspension. Please check what's wrong and replace worn out parts if necessary. Everybody's having suspension issues. It's a little worn. That spring doesn't look very good. Let's chuck it on the diagnostic path, because that'll be easiest. So on with, I think it's the brakes first. The brakes seem fine. It's the suspension we're worried about. Whoa, that is pretty bad. Even the back ones. Okay. Let's have a look. I think we can examine it like this. That is actually kind of useful. So reds, suspension, bushing. What else? The front. Suspension spring. Out a tie rod on this one, so we need to take this wheel off. Is that a... No, it wasn't. So let's get that outer tie rod out. And the sway bar link, and the inner tie rod, and outer on this one. Okay. So 2 outer tie rods, 1 inner tie rod. Need to get lifted up. This is the right sway bar link. Take the spring out. One off-road. All right, we need to get the spring off first. 2 off-road. 1 rear spring. 2 front springs. Was it 2 front springs? Yes, 2 front springs. And the bushings. Get the bushings. There we go. Two outer tie rods. We need an inner. 2 bushings. 2 off-road. 2 front. 1 rear. Sway bar link right. I believe that was it. I think that was it. So let's put those back in. Front spring. Sway bar link. Spring. I think that was it. We just have to put the tires back on. Oh, right. Tie rods. Now we need to do this side. She needed the inner one as well. And I think that is it. I think. It's a nice color. It's a nice orange yellow. Repair all worn out parts. That is not it. Did I forget something? Why do I still have 2 bushings? Did I not do them? I didn't do them. And then we put them in. Now it should be done. At least I hope so. Yes, repaired. Repair or replace all damaged parts. I got this piece of junk from one of my clients. No way. That can't... He wasn't using it, so I took it for free. But that's the only advantage. The car needs a thorough checkup. It can't be. Oh, I thought it was that pink car. That's fine. Well, that was worried for a second there. So what is wrong with this thing? Everything. That battery does not look great. Oh boy. The fuel filter at the back. How much did they give us? Because that should give us a range. 10,000. Anything can be wrong with this. That suspension looks really messed up. That wheel is really messed up. You know what? Let's put it on a diagnostic path. Front right brake, not good. Rear brakes are alright. Ish. Suspension in the front seems right. I didn't see it. Let's have a look. Okay. So we got all that information to work with. What about, let's just check these wheels too. 69. Okay. What about their brake pads? I think their brakes were fine, actually. So we just need to get underneath. That bushing on the right side didn't look very good. We'll get this wheel off. We'll get that shock absorber out as well. I think that's front right A for this vehicle. We'll get that out. Oops, no. I think I would have figured out how to do this by now. Right, sway bar. How was that? 60%. Yeah, 23%. That caliper. The brake pads here. Okay. That front right wheel had a lot more damage on it than it looked like. Need to get that spring out. About that caliper. That caliper looks alright too. So 23%. Get the sway bar off. How was that? 63. So let's lift this up and take all the parts out from underneath. Let's check the bushing. Those are right. That steering arm should have taken it. I should have taken it out to the track. We'll have to examine that manually now. That fuel filter is toasted. And right, we need to get the muffler off so we can get the steering, the suspension arm off. And that shock absorber as well. Wait a second, I saw something else. That suspension arm. Can repair that. What about these suspension arms? We know there was a bushing on this side that needed to be taken out. Here we go. What about the other side? 52%. Repair. Repair. Here we go. So, what is this? We need... Let's check the inventory. Did I clear my inventory from last time? No, I didn't. One rubber bushing. Shock absorber rear. A rear suspension and a front suspension. 2 brake pads. Shock absorber B front right. Revton. Wind wheel. I don't know where. I think the Revton wheel is where it all starts. So shock absorber B front right, 2 brake pads, suspension spring front, suspension spring rear, fuel filter, rubber bushing, shock absorber. Okay. Don't think about it too much. Just do it. Otherwise you're gonna forget. 2 brake pads. Fuel filter. Revton, no. Revton wheel. Front right B. Shock absorber rear. 1 front spring. 1 rear spring. Did we need a sway bar? I don't think so. No, we didn't. Okay, let's put the back ones in. Filter. Should have got rubber bushing. We only need 1, I think. Don't need to do anything on underneath on the front here, so we just need to lower the car down. Should probably have a look at the engine as well. But I think did they only want us to do the suspension? No, it was replace all damaged parts. Let's just have a look. That serpentine belt, 22%. That tension looks fine. 53. Yep, the timing belt needs to be replaced. I think those are about this right. I get the feeling though that this drive axle needs to come out. 22, yep, I knew it. That was left front. Drive axle left. In you go. What about those tie rods? No, they're fine. So I think that is this left wheel done. Or is it? No, we need to put the new spring in. New shock absorber. Oh, well, their old one. The new one goes on the other side, I guess. Sway bar back in. New wheel. Sway bar. New brake pads. Did we have to repair the caliper? I don't think so. No, we just bought a new one. We did. I think we repaired it. No, we repaired it. So we need a serpentine and timing belt. Serpentine. Timing belt. We might have to check the spark plugs as well. How does this module look? Ooh. That airflow tube does not look great. No, that seems alright. Let's check their, fuel filter. Oil filter, sorry. Yep, gotta replace that oil filter. We might need to check the air one as well. Let's just have a check. I hope there's nothing wrong with the gearbox. I just had a strange feeling. Yeah, 21. So we'll get oil and air filters. Oil filter. Air filter. And then the airflow tube, even though that looks really bad. I'm sure it seems to be fine by this vehicle's standards. Let's just have a look, see if we completed the order. Not yet. So what could it be? Did I put all the parts in? I didn't put the oil filter in. What is wrong with me? How's their oil looking? Yeah, we could top that up for him. Put the cover back on. How about now? Nope. Something else wrong with this vehicle. Let's check this starter. That starter doesn't look that good. It's 61%. It might be. The spark plugs. Let's do the spark plugs. Ignition wire is 59. What about this ignition module? 67. Examine all these spark plugs. 69. 61. 63. 61. So it's not the spark plugs. Let's put those back on. Oh, there's only one place it can be then. Well, let's take those wheels off again. Unless it's the fuel pump. How does that fuel pump look? That fuel pump doesn't look too bad. Is there anything wrong with the calipers or the brake pads on this side? What about the other side? Did we replace the bushings? Yeah. Well, it is probably in the steering box then. Let's get this... the gearbox, sorry. Let's get these wheels off. At least it's front wheel drive, it's not so bad. Now we can get to the gearbox. have a look. That bearing is 21%. That friction plate looks a little rough on the inside as well. 13%. Friction plate. Bearing. Pressure plate back on with their new friction plate. On goes the bearing. Put the gearbox back on. Also put their starter back in as well. Get these drive axles back in. The wheel back on. Let's do the other side now. And then we're done. I think. I hope. No. What, like OBD scan? Can't be serious, can you? I still haven't looked that up. Like, well, no, not again. Let me out. Did I miss putting parts on, maybe? Yeah, I forgot. Let me guess. The cover? No. What do I still have? The muffler? I didn't put the muffler back on? Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't put the muffler back on. I think... Don't tell me those muffler pipes aren't good either. It is the muffler pipes. Let's examine them. Yep, catalytic converter. Exhaust. Oh, the catalytic converter is fine. That was the exhaust pipe. I saw it just as I put the mufflers back on, but I hoped it wasn't true. But my instincts told me otherwise. Can I repair any of those things? No. So it was exhaust pipe. Middle, exhaust pipe rear, muffler middle. E, exhaust pipe middle. Exhaust pipe rear. Muffler middle. I checked that one. Well, that's lucky. Should have checked that straight away. And then the muffler rear. That should be that. That is basically everything on the vehicle at this point. No. Is it the water pump? Yes. What about the... No, that pulley's fine. What is going on? Repaired. There we go. Maybe that is the last one. Timing belt. Serpentine. Tensioner. Let's just see this time. Nope. I did replace everything inside here. So... Don't tell me this is another bug. Wow, this add-on is really not finished, is it? It's another bug! Well... Give me a few seconds. I'll do this probably some other day, and you'll get cut right into me saying, well, it was a bug, and let's keep going. This is like the second last order too, so it's really annoying. Anyway, and we're back. I fixed it. It was the same sort of bug. Again, which is really disappointing. I hope it's not in the next one, but I managed to fix it. I made sure I replaced only the parts that needed to be replaced, and then I made sure to replace parts that were close to 50% or exactly 50%, and that seemed to have gotten it through. I don't know if any of that's necessary. I think I ended up spending more money than I really needed to, but I just wanted to get through this. I want to get to the end of this. I'm not leaving this hanging. So, it is done. It is repaired. Moving on. Repair the car and perform a test drive. I've found that car in my grandpa's shed. Please make it run again so I can sell it. 5,000. So I'm guessing it can't run right now. No, it can run. Oh boy. I am so worried there's going to be another bug. Let's just take that out. Fix the battery. I'm just gonna take it for a test drive. There's no point taking parts out and then failing to recognize that I had to take other parts out. Whoa, this is wacky. Okay. Suspension sounds like it needs some work. Oh wait, I was supposed to stop over there. Hang on. You can't tell. My patience has worn very thin with this game. I think I might not worry about playing the next one for a while after this. And play something fun, like a different puzzle game maybe. One that isn't buggy and broken. Let's just look at it like this. This will be easier. All I had to do was replace the battery. That's it. I don't care. I'm just replacing the battery. You can have that vehicle. Let me get to the end, please. Complete the car. I've heard that you're going on holiday soon. I've got one last job for you. A big one this time. I've got this chassis of an off-roader. You'll need a whole bunch of new parts to make it into a complete running car. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this in this video, so I might have to save it for the next one. But once we're done with this one, we can move on to the quarter-mile DLC add-on. No, you know what? No, I'm finishing it here. I want to get it. I want out of this. I want done. That's a lot of parts missing. Wow. Okay, it's literally everything. Is there a filter, at least? No. I didn't mean that. No filters. Look, this shouldn't be that hard. Like, we've messed with these parts enough to know what's missing. Airflow tube. Airflow meter. Filter. Alternator. Belt tensioner. They definitely needed the calipers. Four brake discs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Brake pads. This is it's a V6. So I need this one instead. Okay. That's fine. V6 catalytic converter. Did it have a gearbox? It had no gearbox. Did it have a friction plate? I just bought it anyway. Clutch plate. V6. Let's get all the V6 pipes. I actually don't know which one it is. Oh, we need a front axle. It is V6. It's 4x4. We can at least get the gearbox on. Start putting... Put the battery in too. Did I get a battery? I guess not. Filter. Since it didn't want me to click on it. There we go. Speed. I'm just gonna speed through this. I want this done. Next time it's quarter mile. That's all we're gonna do next time. This makes the videos confusing otherwise. What is that? That is not the thing I bought. What is it, like off-road gearbox? Yep. Like how to ruin your player's experience 101. Put frustrating bugs in to the point where it makes them not care about the game anymore. That's where I am. I'm there now. V6. Probably a water pump. Probably some springs. Probably some front ones. V6 starter, unless there's an off-road one. Don't really care. I think they need 6 of them. How many was that? Didn't empty out my inventory. Who cares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Serpentine belt V6. V6 wires. Modules. Idler pulley. Why not get a fuel pump? Battery. I did get an alternator. That should be most of it. Then I think we just have to figure out which steering arm things. Did I get an oil filter? No. Oil filter. There. Probably sway bar links. To all of them. Left and right. Left. Right. Do these things have suspension arms? No, they don't. Shock absorber. No, actually, we need shock absorbers. 4 off-road shock absorbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? No, we didn't get the rear. We get the front one. We need wheels as well. Front. There we go. And probably these. There we go. Of course it's a different one. What is it? Is it different? How is it different? Oh, okay, it's the off-road one. Let's off-road. Exhaust manifold. It's manifold B then. Let's just get these. I'm not wasting any more of my time. Spark plug. Spark plug. There. Wire. Next side. Actually, let's put the filter in. Filter. Cap. Wire. What else? inner outer tie rods, power steering, which we have never done on any other vehicle except maybe the first one in the game. 1, 2, 2 outers, 1, 2, power steering rack. Actually, let's put the serpentine and water pump. Well, we can at least do this. Two bushings. Power steering. Did I buy one of those? Whatever it is, front. I bought one of those. I bought 2 of those apparently. Rear. Drive shaft. I thought I bought one of those. Let's get that out of there. V6 pipe. Oh, right, the fuel filter. Well, let's get this pipe in. Got the wrong one. Off-road muffler and the fuel filter. Fuel pump. That's what I got. In goes the muffler. And then all we have to do is the wheels. Maybe the oil as well. It's probably empty considering. I'm just guessing at this point. Yep. Wheels. I didn't put the bushing on. Let's get the wheels on first. Inner. Outer tie rod. inner, outer. Do the bushings. And that is not it, is it? Let's just do an OBD. The worst communicated part of the game. Does it do anything? Nobody knows. Is it done? Yes. And that should be the last order. Repaired. Wow, you just take me back to the menu? That's... Thanks for watching. That is a slap in the face. If I ever saw... I'm not even sure if I want to do the quarter mile. You know what? I'll come back and do that in another time. Either way, I hope you're enjoying Car Mechanic Simulator 2014. If you like that, like and maybe subscribe. Leave a comment if you'd like to see more of it. But I hope you enjoyed that. And until next time, take care.